Hey everybody, welcome to my Tuesday afternoon live video. Gonna do a little unboxing for you. I have a big old pile of books. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 boxes to open. I think about 5 of them are one huge set, but then the rest are all a bunch of random stuff. I'm really excited about this first one. This first one is very, very exciting. I bought this one. This is from the UK. I'll give you a hint. It's Jane Austen. And it's actually a book I just sold like a month ago. It's a different copy, but it is a book that I just sold and figured I needed to own another copy of it. Yeah, I'm so excited about this one. Give you another hint. It's from 1895. My last copy was from 1894, so some of you probably know what it is. Packaged nice and securely. I appreciate that. There wasn't even a signature required, which I was kind of surprised. It wasn't cheap. It was a pretty pricey book. Came all the way from UK and no signature required. But it looks like it arrived pretty good. Oh my goodness, they really... looks like we had bubble wrap, and then we had a couple layers of cardboard, and then some more bubble wrap, and then some paper. We're still not even to the inside of the book yet. Holy buckets, how many more layers of cardboard are we going to have to go through? There we go. We're getting close. We're getting close. Almost there. I'm very excited about this book. I was very sad to see my last copy sell, so this one I might let stick around a little longer. Alright, here we go. We're almost to the book. I hope there's not too many more layers after this. Oh my goodness gracious. We had the plastic and now we have paper. Here we go. We are there. Alright, let me do a quick inspection. So we have another Pride and Prejudice Peacock edition. My last one was a first edition from 1894. This is a later edition, maybe a second edition from 1895. But the condition on this one is a little bit nicer than my last one. Nice gilt top edges. Again, this is the Peacock edition. This one was, I'm trying to think if Angus Turbane, Albert Angus Turbane designed this one. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But we have Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, illustrated by Hugh Thompson. This is definitely the most highly sought after Pride and Prejudice, besides the first edition, but the first edition would probably cost you, I don't know, like $50,000. So this is a nice alternative. A beat up copy of this is probably going to cost you $500 to $1,000. A nice copy is going to cost you $1,500 to $10,000 on the high end. That one's pretty darn special, and it's not all that rare. It's just that it is the the Pride and Prejudice that everyone wants. Show you the title page. Again, there's tons and tons of illustrations by Hugh Thompson. Beautiful little illustrations. There, this is a reprint, 1895. The first edition of this one was 1894. A little bit of foxing, but I think the inside hinges are good. The cover is very, very clean. Tiny little bit of wear to the top of the spine, but man, this is about as nice as you'll find a copy. Very excited about that one. This one I'll probably put in the bookstore here in Marshfield. I suppose my online customers can reach out if they're very serious about buying a copy. But if nothing else, I'll just use it for decoration in the store. Maybe try to sell it, but I don't mind if it sticks around a while. All right, on to the next one. Hope everyone's having a great Tuesday afternoon. Tuesday is my one night of the week that I don't have eBay auctions. So what I do, I did my eBay listings, mowed the lawn, messaged a bunch of customers, and now I'm live, and then I'll probably go finish mowing the lawn after this. And then I think I have like 5 or 6 things to ship tonight. Get a head start on tomorrow's shipping. And if you don't know, I have some really, really awesome books up on eBay right now. A lot of stuff from the 18th century. And actually, I think the oldest book I have up on eBay right now is from 1555. It is, what is it? I believe it's Augustine of Hippo, I think was the writer. I think he was a Catholic priest and theologian. And I think there's actually a couple of his volumes. All of this kind of stuff. Really massive. These folio volumes are huge, very big. They're all, I think some of these books are like 16 or 17 inches tall, so they're big buggers. There's also a pile down here that I need to work on getting up on shelves. As soon as these couple nights of auctions clear out, I will get all of these up on shelves, and it will look pretty cool. All right, back to new arrivals. We got Household Science and Arts by Josephine Morris. Cool little home economics book. That one is copyright 1913, so World War I era. What do we got? Preliminary Lessons, Dust, Refrigerator, Removing Stains, Combustion, Kerosene Lamps, The Kitchen Fire, The Table, Dishwashing, Food, Water, Beverages, Fruit, Vegetable Starch, Cereals, Composition of Foods, Milk, Butter, Cheese, Eggs. Meat, gelatin, fish, invalid cookery, salad, frozen desserts, jellies, sugars, candy making, household sanitation, care of bedrooms, laundry, etc., etc., etc. Really cool home economics book from 1913. So everything you need to know for housekeeping and for cooking. Let's see, and then we got another catering for 2. Cool little old cookbook. Comfort and Economy for Small Households by Alice L. James, 4th edition, 1899. So very cool. Cookbook from 1899. I always do very well on eBay with my cookbooks. These will probably be up probably in about 2 weeks from now. Very excited about those. Especially if you can get cookbooks from the 1890s or earlier. That seems to be the sweet spot. And if they're in good condition. Ideally, they'd be illustrated as well. But people love the old cookbooks. I like this one, a beautiful Victorian binding on this one. What do we got? We got John Milton. Really pretty binding. I think I have a bunch of books with this kind of the unicorn or horse on the spine. Flowers on the front cover. The torches. Very fitting for the Olympics going on right now. Beautiful binding. The page edges are nicely gilded as well. Always appreciate that. Compliments of a Friend, June 4th, 1891. Man, why don't my friends give me books like this? The Poetical Works of John Milton with a sketch of his life. No date, but 1890s. Maybe 1880s. I'm not 100% sure. Beautiful binding on that one, though. All right, looks like a 2-volume set. What do we got here? right, we have a 2-volume set of John Paul Jones. Show you inside. Beautiful binding. Really nice leather binding. I assume it's signed. Let me see if I can find the binder signature. Crazy if it's not a signed binding. You know, oh, there it is. It's definitely not one that I recognize. All right, John Paul Jones, founder of the American Navy, a history by Justice C. Buell, with a supplementary chapter by General Horace Porter in 2 volumes, 1906. Nice little frontispiece on that one. Commemorative edition. I think this one's illustrated. Yeah, there's only a few illustrations, but I was wondering. Nope, I was wondering if maybe it was extra illustrated, but it is not. I'm not sure why the page edges are so uneven like that. They attempted to gild them, but without smooth cutting them. They're rough cuts. Very interesting. But again, really beautiful binding. John Paul Jones, founder of the American Navy. All right, next box. First big box of the night. All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to set that down for a second. All right, I'm back. So I think this set is missing a few volumes, but it is the Historian's History of the World. This is like the extra deluxe leather binding. They had, I think there was a couple different cloth bindings of this set, and then there was also a few different leather designs. This is by far the fanciest. I know they had a 3/4 black leather. These are full leather, beautiful design. It is kind of a shame that this set is missing a few volumes. I just really appreciate the design on this one. And I think I've only seen a few other volumes of this ever with this binding. It's pretty crazy. So the Historian's History of the World, edited by Henry Smith Williams, 1907. This volume covers, what does it cover? It covers England up to 1485. Again, crazy, crazy, crazy beautiful binding on that one. I think the last volumes of those that I sold got like $150. Those are pretty special. I know you can always find the other style bindings of these, but these are just, I mean, crazy beautiful leather bindings on those. Check out the embossment, or like the boards right there have the little contour. Then they got these beautiful designs all the way around. Very arts and crafts style. I was going to sell these, but man, if I could track down that missing volume, pretty great set. I think there's 24 volumes. I'm not even sure which one is missing. And again, maybe I'm just not looking very well, but I'm pretty sure I've hardly seen any of these like deluxe leather binding. Let's see. This one covers England 1485 to 1642. This one was England 1642 to 1791. Assume there's one other England volume. Dang, I'm going to be all set on bubble wrap for a little while. This one covers Scandinavia and Switzerland. These are all nicely illustrated. They have some plates as well as some in-text illustrations. And I think all of the volumes have at least one map. Most of them have a map at the end of the volume. Yep, there we go. Got the map of Switzerland. Sometimes they might have two maps. Nope, that one just has one. And again, really nicely illustrated books. Interior of Rada Church, Vermland. Let me scoot that down. So I think 5 of these boxes have those Historian's History of the World volumes. This was a very, very heavy set. Let's see, 24 volumes. Let me weigh one of them. One volume weighs a little over 5 pounds, so it is a 100-pound set. Luckily, they split it between 5 boxes. I suppose they could have packed it into 2 really, really big, heavy boxes, but I guess as long as they don't mind spending the extra time packaging, appreciate it. Sure they all made it here safely. All right, this volume covers Scotland, Ireland, and England since 1792, so modern, well, slightly modern England. I think these were published in 1920s, or no, early 1900s, 1907. Dang, I'm really tempted to keep that set until I can track down the missing volume. But I know it's going to be tough to find, especially to find such a nice one in such nice condition. We got the Index, volume 25, the Index. We have British colonies and the U.S. Again, I don't think you understand how beautiful these books are. And again, it's not too often they kind of bevel the board like that. Pretty special. Volume 23, the U.S. and Spanish America. The French and Indian Wars. The French colonies, Dutch, Quaker, and other colonies. What did we have there? Peter Stuyvesant, however you say that. Dang, I'm going to have all kinds of nice bubble wrap to work with. did just order some of the wide, I think it's 24-inch wide bubble wrap for some of the bigger books, some of the big Bibles. Here we have volume 24, Turkey, Minor Eastern States, China and Japan. All right, on to the next box. Definitely going to run out of counter space here. And that floor is going to be a mess. All right, looks like we got some Lakeside Classics. It's been a while since I've bought or sold any Lakeside Classics. I'll probably put a couple of these in the bookstore. What do we got? We have Across the Plains in 49 and The Western Country in the 17th century. So Lakeside Classics, they were published in Chicago by what is it? R.R. Donnelly, I think. Yep, R.R. Donnelly and Sons Company. Every Christmas they'd publish one of these volumes. I don't know if they're still in business. I know they were definitely still printing them in the 90s and early 2000s. I think the first one was the very early 1900s, and those ones are extremely valuable. I think they're all on, or mostly on, American history subjects. Pictures of Gold Rush, California, and early days of Rock Island and Davenport, Illinois. The Truth About Geronimo and Growing Up with Southern Illinois. I think most of these are from the 30s and 40s. Don't think any of these red ones go into the 50s. A True Picture of Emigration and Absaraka, Home of the Crows. Great. I know there's tons of people that try to put the complete Lakeside Classic set together. I do have a ton of them. Well, I think I have a lot of the modern ones and the older ones in the store as well. I have a nice selection of them here. I think this set came from DeWolf and Wood. Let's see. Yep, DeWolf and Wood. They have a bookstore in Maine, I believe, and then they also sell a lot on eBay. I've been buying from them on eBay probably for the last at least 10 years. I've been buying books from them. And then actually they were set up at the Twin Cities Book Fair a few weeks ago here, and I bought, I think just one book I bought from them. English Men of Letters. We have Fielding and Stern. We have Johnson and Pope. Let's see if I can find a date on these. I think they're 1890s or early 1900s. Yep, Samuel Johnson by Leslie Stephen, published in 1900. Thomas Carlyle. We have Keats and Shelley. We have Chaucer and Spenser. All great classic English authors. We have Gibson and Macaulay. Let's see, John Bunyan and Thomas Gray. Burke and Dryden. Coleridge and Sydney. Burns and Scott. Let's see, De Quincey and Sheridan. Again, most of these will probably be up on eBay probably in 2 weeks. If you're interested in anything, send me a message on Facebook or Instagram. Or if you can find my email or my cell phone, you're welcome to reach out that way as well. And I could probably get you some prices. Bacon and Bentley. Bacon and Bentley. Bentley and bacon. How about bacon in your Bentley? That'd be nice. Addison and Swift. We have Lamb and Landor. Not sure who's Landor. Who the heck is Landor? Landor by Sidney Colvin. That doesn't help. Walter Savage Landor. Don't think I've ever heard of him or sold any of his books or read any of his works. We have Byron and Goldsmith. Again, these are all really nice condition. Tiny little bit of wear to the covers and spines, but overall nice solid leather books. We have Cowper and Milton. Hume and Locke. Southey and Wordsworth. And last one for this set, Defoe and Hawthorne. I'm not sure if it's complete in 16 volumes or 17 volumes. English metal letters. Nope, I don't see any. Oh, this one's from 1887. So apparently they're 1870s, or sorry, 1880s to very early 1900s. All right, next box. Let's see what we got. I really haven't been buying all that much. This is probably a couple weeks worth of the more interesting purchases. I'm always scrolling through eBay, but I just haven't been finding anything that I can buy to make even a tiny little profit on. So, and I don't know if I'm just not spending as much time doing my online shopping. I like to do it when I'm out for a walk or taking a break from eBay listing. All right, we've got a bunch of works of Francis Parkman. We've got The Conspiracy of Pontiac, Half Century of Controversy, Half Century of Conflict, Volume 1 and 2. And that's just Volume 1 of Conspiracy of Pontiac, so hopefully we got Volume 2. We got The Oregon Trail, LaSalle, and the Discovery of the Great West. We have Montcalm and Wolfe. There's the other Conspiracy of Pontiac. And we got Montcalm and Wolfe 1 and 2. Excellent. We have Count Frontenac and New France under Louis XIV and the older regime in Canada. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 volumes, but I think that would have been from a 12-volume set. So it is missing. Let me see if I can remember which ones it's missing. I think it had LaSalle. I definitely have sold enough Parkman. I should be able to remember this. All right, these ones came from Max Ruback, Common Ground Finds. I think these are Whatnot purchases. But he also sells on eBay. Here, I'll show you a business card here. I'm sure there's one in here somewhere. I have a big old pile of business cards from Max. Okay, not that big. There's one in the other bag, I swear. I've been saving up his business cards. And I'm gonna mail them back to him, charge him. Or you can find him on Instagram, Common Ground Finds _. There's his phone number, I suppose, if you want to give him a call. Or just check out Common Ground Finds on eBay and whatnot. Been buying all kinds of stuff from him lately. And actually, I did a video with him on his YouTube channel, Paper Gold Podcast, and on mine. I just posted that one, I think, last week. An interview with Max. So go check that out if you want to get an idea of who he is. And these are some of the books he sold. These were whatnot purchases. These were his Monday show. He has really high quality books. He started them at $1, kind of like me. I was able to buy 3 of them, one of his last Monday shows. So we have an exposition on the Creed by John, Lord Bishop of Chester, published in 1676. Can you believe that? 1676. There's a portrait of, I assume, the bishop himself, and an exposition on the Creed. Very cool. 1676. It's a pretty decent sized folio book. Pretty nice condition. The cover's got a little bit of wear. But otherwise, I think it's a pretty nice. Communion of the Saints. He shall come to judge. The 3rd day he rose again. He descended into hell. He suffered, died, and was buried. Suffered under Pontius Pilate. Was crucified, dead, and buried. Very cool book on the Apostles' Creed. 1676. What does that make it? Like 350-ish or 40-something years old. Got a little book of Livy. Looks like volume 4. There's the previous owner's name on the front cover. A. Bernard Brumby. A. Bernard Brumby. So it's just a Livy. I think he was an ancient historian. This one was published in 1848. This is just volume 4. I think it's in Latin. But a cool book on ancient history in Latin. Pretty nice. And last one from Max, the works of Baudelaire. What is that? The Flowers of something. Flowers of the World? No, I don't really remember. Cool old, another French book, I believe. Français. I really don't know much French. I can do a little bit of interpreting just from selling lots of French books. And I can usually kind of recognize French and German and Latin and Greek. A few other languages, Spanish, I suppose. We have the ABC and XYZ of Bee Culture by A.I. Root. Classic old copy. I have quite a few modern copies in the bookstore. I think I have one old copy in the bookstore. This one might go on eBay. I know my eBay customers always fight over the older editions. The ABC and XYZ of Bee Culture, a cyclopedia of everything pertaining to the care of the honeybee, bees, hives, honey implements, honey plants, etc. Facts gleaned from the experience of thousands of beekeepers and afterwards verified in our apiary by AI and ER Root. That was in 1917. I think the first edition was from the 1860s. And again, the earlier you get in better condition, prices can get pretty wild on these. Many hundreds of dollars. This one's probably worth, I don't know, maybe 50 to 100. Pretty nice condition. And again, hundreds of illustrations, everything you need to know about beekeeping. And you got the pretty little gold bee there on the front cover. Check out the details of the wings. The iridescent wings, very nice. 1917 ABC and XYZ Bee Culture. That one is very cool. I'm excited about that one. Again, if you can find the early editions of that in good condition, yeah, they can get pretty pricey. And even modern copies might run you $25 to $50. trying to think. I might even have one on eBay right now. I don't remember. All right, I'm assuming this is a big old Bible. It is a Bible, and we got the clasps. Let's get her on out for you to see. Always looking for Bibles. My customers love them. The big old, huge Victorian Bibles, especially if you can find them in really nice condition. Cover hinges. Man, cover hinges are so clean on this one. Looks like the binding's nice and tight. You got the pretty little metal clasp. Could use a nice little shine. But again, that's a hefty bugger. That's probably about 13 or 14 inches tall. Probably about 4 inches thick. Probably has a couple thousand illustrations. It weighs about 14 pounds. Let's open this baby up. Let's scoot it down here. Here, I'll move the camera over there for you to see the Holy Bible. Da, 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 da. Let's see, I'll show you the frontispiece first, I suppose. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are they who that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Blessed are the pure of heart, for they shall see God. Etc., etc., etc. A Holy Bible containing the Old and New Testaments, also the Apocrypha, Concordance, and Psalms. That one's copyright 1885. We got some maps. Very cool. We got the maps. Lots of cool maps of the Holy Land. Lots of great. We got the Bible Dictionary. Again, hundreds and hundreds of illustrations. Let's see. Household Dictionary of the Bible. There we go. So you have the highly illustrated Dictionary of the Bible in the front. And then also later in the Bible, there's probably some plates. Probably even some artwork by Gustave Doré. Let me see if I can... Let's see. That one isn't Doré, I don't think. But I'm sure there's some Doré illustrations in here. Somewhere. We got Parables of the Lord Jesus Christ. Let's see. I want to see if there's any family history. Okay, we got St. Matthew. Where's the title page? There we go. Okay. Let's see. Family history is usually right about here, but I don't. There we go. Okay, there's the marriage certificate. Marriages and births, no family history. That's okay. You can buy it and put your family history. And then sometimes they also have in the back, they have photo pages for a photo album to put family photos, but I don't see it there. Again, just a really nice 1885 big honkin' leather Bible. And I usually say most of my books are in good condition, but this one's in very good condition. That's nice. Very nice. I like that one. All right, this next big box. This one also came from Max. Again, with Common Ground Finds. This is one very large book. It's a big old box for it. Let's see if we can get it out without making a mess. Without breaking anything or knocking anything on the floor. Don't know if I thought this one through. Again, this one's a Bible as well, and it is absolutely massive, insanely massive. Wow, that is a big bugger. I think this thing weighs about 27 pounds. It is so freaking huge. I think it's like 18 inches tall. Very, very big. I think, obviously, it has been rebound at some point. It is missing the first several pages, unfortunately, but I'll take you the second title page. Wow, this thing is massive. Got the Apocrypha in this one as well. I know lots of people are looking for Bibles with the Apocrypha. All right, here we go. We got a title page for the New Testament of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, translated of the original Greek. That one was published in Oxford in 1808. And again, this thing is so big. Check out how we got 1, 2, 3 hands tall. There we got the Apocrypha. Again, massive, massive Bible. Pretty crazy. 1807 Bible with the Old and New Testament and the Apocrypha. That thing is so big. It's probably about 17 or 18 inches tall. Weighs about 27 pounds. One of the biggest Bibles. I think this is the biggest Bible I've ever had here at the bookstore. Here's a normal size book compared to the Bible. It's definitely 2.5 normal size books. It is big, it's heavy, it's bulky. I am not going to have a fun time shipping that one, but it's pretty cool. My customers are going to love it. And again, 1808, so that's a 216-year-old Bible. Pretty great. I don't think there was any plates, unfortunately. If there was any illustrations of that one, that would have been extra cool. All right, here I got a box of, I think these are classics of medicine library. A lot of nice leather medical books. What do we got? We got The Chemical Constitution of the Brain, Experiments upon the Circulation of the Blood, Observations on Injuries of the Head. Got a whole bunch of these. Epilepsy, a treatise on diseases of the heart and other great vessels, diseases of the chest. Really nice leather books. Again, I think these are the classics of medicine library. I think most of them are probably from the 80s and 90s, early 2000s. Oh, that one even comes with the notes. Diseases of the heart, lectures on diseases of the nervous system, observations on the nature and cure of dropsies, and the brain and spinal cord. The works of Robert Witt, and tumors of the nervous acousticus. Tumors of the nervous acousticus. Hope I'm saying that right. We have cerebral palsy of children and chorea, and then some points in the surgery of the brain. All right, last one for this box. We have surgical disease of the spinal cord and membranes. Again, really nice leather medical reprints. Classic medical literature. All right, I do have 3 more boxes of the Historian's History of the World. Those beautiful leather books. Gonna have to get those lined up and figure out which one I'm missing. See if I can track it down. So I really, let me know if any of you can find that missing volume or any odd volumes of this with like the deluxe leather binding. I don't know if I've seen very many of them. I'm pretty sure I've had like 3 of them all the years of selling, but maybe I'm just not paying attention. Feel free to throw a chat down there if you have any questions. Volume 6, Early Roman Empire. Again, these are like the deluxe leather bindings. Volume 7, the later Roman Empire. Usually the Roman Empire ones do really good. There's one volume that has Egypt and Mesopotamia and like ancient Assyria, stuff like that. Kind of Middle Eastern area history. That one usually does really well. The England, Germany, Switzerland, France ones are kind of hit and miss. What do we got? We have Volume 8, Arabs, Crusades, and Papacy. That's a really good one. Great title. Not sure what I'm going to do with these yet, since I'm missing a volume. Kind of a pain. I do have a tendency to bust up partial sets because there's plenty of people that would be interested in one volume, but can't afford the whole set. Volume 9, Italy. I mean, who wouldn't want a big leather book on the history of Italy? Everyone's having a great Tuesday. I'm going to finish up this, go mow my lawn, and then call it a day. We have Volume 10, Spain and Portugal. Again, these are like the beautiful deluxe leather books. The fanciest of the fancy. I wish I had some of the other leather bindings to show you, because these are so much nicer. The other leather ones are nice, but these are kind of extra special. Or at least I think so. I don't know, some people don't get as excited about the books that I get excited about. But I think my customers are going to love those. I'm trying to think if I would have any of the other volumes. I don't think so. And then there are a couple different cloth binding styles that aren't quite as exciting. We like the leather. All right, we have Volume 14, Netherlands and Germany. I don't know if any of you saw my video earlier today, but I showed you some of the books that I have in one of my book safes in the back. Some of my fancier stuff that most of it isn't listed yet, but it will be at some point. Volume 13, we have France since 1815 and the Netherlands. So there's at least one other volume of the history of France. Again, these are the Historian's History of the World by Henry Smith Williams. Nice illustrated history books. Volume 12, France from 1715 to 1815. So covering the French Revolution. Speaking of France, is anyone watching the Olympics right now? I have not seen any of them. I should probably check to see what the medal counts are at. Volume 11, we have France from 843 to 1715. volume 17, we have Switzerland and Russia. All right, last box. All right, last 5 volumes of the set. Again, these buggers each weigh a little over 5 pounds a piece, so they're pretty hefty. I think they each have about 600 to 800 pages. Even some of the other leather bindings I can usually get like $20 to $50 a piece, depending the titles on them. We have volume 1, Egypt and Mesopotamia. That's probably one of the best books. That one's probably worth at least $100, just because people love ancient Egypt. Whoops. All right, volume 5, the Roman Republic. Volume 3, Greece up until the Peloponnesian War. Peloponnesian, is that how you say that? I really have no idea. That's how I say it. And I am finding that a lot of booksellers say, especially author names, very differently than I do, and it seems like everyone else does. Especially the French authors, those are tough. We have volume 2, Israel, Persia, India, Phoenicia, and Asia Minor. That's another great one. All right, last one. Let's see what we got. Again, this is the Historian's History of the World, edited by Henry Smith Williams. In 25 volumes, this is volume 4, Greece up until the Roman conquest. I think it's Henry Smith Williams. Did I get that right? Yep, Henry Smith Williams, published in 1907. Again, beautiful deluxe leather binding. I'm going to work on cleaning up some of my shipping supplies. Feel free to drop any questions in the chat or just say hi. Figured I had a little bit of extra free time here today. Dang. This is enough bubble wrap to keep me going for a while. And bubble wrap is not cheap. Usually I get comes in a big roll that has a couple hundred feet. I think it's usually about $30 for a roll. I don't know if there's anywhere local to get cheap bubble wrap. I don't think so. Dang, someone spent probably 10 or $15 just on bubble wrap to ship these buggers. Appreciate it. Anyone have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Feel free to hit the like button. And I think this video will be public, so you can go back and watch the whole thing if you want. I don't know if you can rewind live. I'm not sure. thing has a lot of bubble wrap.